In essence, thought forms could also be thought of as an astral body, or when people think that they leave their bodies. Hi, today I'd like to share with you about thought forms. This will become much more relevant as you do the inner journey meditations and when I share with you about the differences between white magic and black magic. But for now, if you want to continue with me, why don't you give me a like? That would be very nice. Thank you. Thought forms. In essence, thought forms could also be thought of as an astral body, or when people think that they leave their bodies. It is composed of our consciousness, our kinesthetic sense, and our imagination. A blend of visualization and imagination, whereby we create an ethereal body and we make it real. We sense it. We imbue it with our consciousness. We're there. Now, don't you go thinking that you can put your consciousness into an ethereal body and you bugger off out of your body. You don't, okay? It doesn't work that way. We never leave our bodies. The ego cannot leave the body. And the soul doesn't need to leave the body because the soul is beyond this dimension. So it can be in many places at the same time. So just to be clear, so one way to get a real sense of what I'm talking about is, here's my hand. You can't see it there, but there's my hand. And now I will imagine my hand lifting up. So how can I do that? I have to sense it. So I sense my hand moving upwards. Now I make it real. So it's like a phantom limb. When you lose a limb, I've never lost one, but you hear this, they lose a limb and they can still sense the limb. It's the same sort of thing. You sense the limb, you sense the hand, the arm is there. So you move that up. So now you can stretch your right hand and imagine that there is a glass with ice in it and water. So it's a cool glass. So now as you stretch your hand out, you grab hold of the glass. I have to imagine it so. And you might even hear the crinkling of the glass, of the ice cubes within it. And you can get a sense of the coolness of the glass and the weight of it. Yeah? So this is what we mean by this. With practice, you get better. And so you might, for example, we'll just quickly do this, whereby I move my right arm in front, move it out in front of me. And I then do the same with my left arm. So now I've got two arms in front. So now I lift my right leg, just move it out in front of me. And do the same with my left leg. So I've now got two arms and two legs. I can sense them. Move my abdomen, my abdominal area. my torso, that's the word, my torso with it. So now I engage my torso. And now I move my head and I put myself into this body. So now I am in this body. And now I turn around and I face me. Okay. So that's the principle of it. Practice makes perfect. And we use this to do in a journey. And we use this to travel into our unconscious. So it is a skill that is developed through practice. And what it means is that we can be in a number of places at the same time. So you can add to that, as in, for example, you can visualize your internal organs. So I can now, for the sake of argument, I can see my left kidney. So I can move my hand and I can pick up my left kidney and I can hold it within my body, or I can move it out. And what does it feel like? And now I can imagine that it's surrounded with an energy field, a force field of its own vitality. Yeah, every organ in our body, every part of ourselves is electrically driven. Therefore, it has an energy field. So I connect with this. And now I engage with my sensation. What's it like? Well, in my kidney, and I know that my kidney is still recuperating, there's a portion at the bottom where there's a little bit of darkness. It lacks the energy field is not homogeneous. It's not everywhere exact. It's less on that bottom left side. So I can smile to that. And I can help my body repair in this way. So thought forms have many uses, especially for self-healing. You can apply this to any part of your anatomy. And if you give your imagination permission, it will give you real information as to what's going on inside you. Practice makes perfect. I'm sure there's a lot more I could say about it, but it doesn't quite come to me at this moment in time. Stay tuned for the next one to do with white and black magic. Do you have any questions? Would you like to ask me questions? You go right ahead. Put them in the comments. If I get enough people asking me questions, I could do a little video on me answering the questions as well. So don't hesitate. Any questions? Go right ahead. All the best for now. Bye-bye.